Hello, good morning, and welcome to this week's serving of Mickey Waffles, a Disney podcast where we cover everything from parks, movies, and merchandise. My name is Sinead.
My name's Kate. Hi guys, how's it going?
I'm good, Kate. How are you?
I'm really good. I just realised how dirty my fingernails are. Like they're really dirty.
Nice.
It's because I was in work and the place is dusty as fuck. But like I'm like, ew. Like I've definitely washed my hands since I've come home as well. I obviously just wasn't paying attention to my nails.
Nice.
So anyway,
I like it.
Yep, that's hi. How's it going?
How's your week been?
It's been fine. Everything's fine. Again, nothing. Oh, I got my hair cut.
You did. Looks lovely.
It's still too long. I can never tell. I always tell them I'm like this much. Because to me that feels like the right amount. And it's always still too long. But I can never tell when it's... Because they dry it straight and then they put a curl in it with the hair straightener.
Oh, okay.
And that's because I don't like it straight. So I don't want to leave with the straight. And so they always put a curl in it for me. But I can never tell because it's not naturally gone curly. So that's not the actual length it's going to be.
Yeah.
I should always just tell them whatever they think, take another inch. That's what my go-to should be. Because I like it really short.
Yeah.
Because it's still hitting my shoulders, just about. And I wanted, another like good bit off. Do you know what I mean? Basically, I just want a longer period of time before I have to go to the hairdressers again. That's what I want.
Which is entirely fair, especially given the way everything's gone the last little while. The less time people can, or the less frequent people have to go to a hairdresser is probably for the best.
Yeah, like I like to go like twice a year. Like I'm pretty usually happy with twice a year. I usually end up going around now and around Christmas. And that's me good.
Before your birthday, before your fave.
See?
Job's a good one.
But I might end up going another time before Christmas. Depending on how quickly this grows.
Yeah. I think you're maybe one of the only people that comes out of a hairdresser and is like, it's too long. Because I feel like everyone else is like, oh my god, they scalped me.
Oh, see, one time I came out and I was like, this is so short. But then I went home and washed it myself and let it dry naturally. And I was like, no, this is perfect.
Okay.
So I think they just need to go really, really short.
Well, how come they always... I mean, I don't... For context, my mom is a hairdresser. My mom does my hair. I never go to the hairdresser. How come they always straighten your hair?
Because they need to check the length. They need to make sure the cut is even.
Okay. Can they not just
they don't straighten it. They blow dry it. Like, they dry it, like.
Okay. Fair.
So they dry it to make sure that it's like even. And then
that's fair.
Because I don't think you can really tell when it's wet, because they do that thing where they like run it through their fingers, and then and I feel like that's misleading when it's wet, and I feel like you just have I feel like you have a better guide when it's dry.
No, that's fair. And when you say that, because my fringe, this side of my fringe, the left side of my fringe, has a tendency to, for some reason, sit much lower than this side.
Right.
So my mom might cut it completely straight. And then the second I dry it, this bit's like a sad puppy. And this bit's like, hey.
Right.
So she has to refix it anyways. Cause
yeah.
For some reason, they're different. They're just different. So yeah, no, that makes sense.
I have absolutely no idea what it takes to be a hairdresser, but that'd be my guess.
Yeah. Fair.
So, yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, that was about the most exciting thing that happened, I think. Nothing else really went on.
I mean, we went and got Boojum. That was pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah.
That was delish.
And I brought half of it home and then forgot about it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I tried to think if it could make it in the fridge, and I was like, probably not. So,
yeah.
It was bye-bye Boojum.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well,
I ate all of mine because I was bloody starving. Plus, I feel like the veg ones aren't.
Yeah, like when they put
as hefty.
I feel like the meat is like they do put like a lot. Like they always put like a massive chunk, and I'm like, oh, I don't need that much.
This is too much.
It's too much.
No
like,
bueno.
There's so much rice and everything, and like I always ask for extra lettuce because I don't get salsa because I need something to like cut through it all. And I got it once with just the amount of lettuce that they put on, and I'd run out of lettuce, and I was like, oh, now it's just rice.
Do you ever get the corn salsa? The corn salsa is so nice,
yeah,
and it's not spicy in the slightest.
Big chunks of onion in it.
Oh shit! Yeah, you don't like onion.
Because I've had it before, and I like, this sounds so stupid. I bared through it, but like hearing the crunch, it made me like shiver every time. I just
fair.
It made the experience unpleasant.
That's fair. I forgot you don't like
Which is a pity, because I like everything else in that salsa, apart from the fact that the onion is there.
Raw, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I wonder if they cooked the onion, would I like it more? Because it would be squishy.
Because I was going to say the veg, the onion's cooked, but that also comes with peppers, and you don't like peppers.
Oh, no, Sinead, stop trying to force vegetables on me.
I just love veg. I just bloody love me some veg.
Yeah. Anything else exciting with your week?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so. I'm battling my way through Couch to 5K. I'm currently on week 5. I did week 5 day 2 today, which is run for 5 minutes, walk for 3, run for 8 minutes. I nearly died.
Is that a lot?
8, yeah.
Okay.
Believe me. And then it's walk for 4, run for 5, and I was just like, I hate all of this. But I didn't die, so I'm taking that as a positive.
Well done. That's always the aim, I think, with those kind of things.
Right.
Did I
die?
die?
I can really ask for.
No,
yeah.
So.
But did you die though? But yeah, that's kind of been about as exciting as the week has been. But I have a half day on Friday, the day this comes out, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, that'll be exciting. But sure, that's for next week.
Sinead, don't take our news before we've done it. Speaking of news, I suppose that's it, and there's a fair whack of news, so
there is.
We should probably get on with that.
Absolutely.
So, biggest news out of this week, literal breaking news. Disneyland Paris is going to reopen June 17th.
Yay!
Everyone's very excited. Also, no one has said if foreign people can come yet, which is interesting. But I assume yes.
Yeah, so I have flights booked. It's basically, I had flights booked for somewhere else, and then when I had to move them from that place, I was like, let me just book random days for Disneyland Paris. I have tried to call Disneyland Paris like every day this week.
Nothing.
Every day this week, and I cannot get through.
No. Unsurprising.
No matter what phone number I ring, it's just not going through. And when I rang a couple weeks ago to price it, they couldn't give me Irish pricing. They give me pounds, but they could not give me prices for guests coming from Ireland. No idea why. No idea why. So I don't know, is my summary of that whole tangent.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, it just, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to be going June 17th, so it doesn't matter. But, like, I would possibly like to go. Reservations for bookings are open, so you can book your reservation for the day you go, because obviously they're still doing limited capacity. Your annual pass is now extended for however many days the park was closed. Sinead gets to go until 2025. Overall capacity will be limited to 28,000 guests. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know, like, what does that mean? Like, what's their normal guest
like, what's
rate?
their usual capacity?
Like, you could have told me that their usual capacity is 30. Like, but they're limiting it to 28. Do you know what I mean? Like, me, I need a better number here. Restaurants, Toad Hall, Fienta del Oro, Auberge de Cinderellon, I can never say that, Silver Spur and Waltz will remain closed. And the Disney Village...
I don't think Waltz is ever opening.
No, there's rats. And Disney Village will operate from 4 until 9 p.m, except for Annette's, because I guess they have to feed people somehow. So, in terms of hotel, Disney's Newport Bay Club will reopen with the resort. It's only because it's the biggest. It's so sad. Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel is going to open on June 21st. That is its official opening date. It will be happening. You can stay there. Hotel Cheyenne will reopen on July 1st. David Crockett's Ranch will reopen on July 13th. And there has been no dates announced for any of the other hotels so far.
I mean, the fact that they're opening So the only hotels that are going to be open for the first nearly, not quite a month, but like the first 2 weeks are only deluxe resorts is a choice.
Basically, yeah. But they're also... Well, Newport Bay is their biggest one and their most recently revamped one. So, like, I guess that makes sense. And then also, they have to open Art of Marvel. They've no choice.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
they have to. Like, people are... Like, it's something that might get people to go to the park if they weren't originally thinking about it due to COVID. It's like, well, look at this fancy-pantsy hotel we have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then with the Hotel New York, there is also, I don't know why they've done this, but there's a special introductory offer for if you book up to arrivals up to March 30th of 2022. You get an exclusive Marvel print by Matt Ferguson, who is
cool,
a fantastic artist. Matt Ferguson does some of the coolest artwork, like especially Marvel artwork. He's very good. And you also get one free non-alcoholic drink per person in one of the Hotel New York's inspired bars.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
love that.
I didn't think that was something they would have needed to do. Like, I feel like they wouldn't have needed an incentive to do that. But, I mean, if they want to give me a free print by Matt Ferguson, absolutely.
And, like, that's going on. That's a long time to have that running. Like, I would understand if it was maybe, like, for the first month or for the first, like, 2 months or something like that. But, like, that's, like, the first nearly a year.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I thought it would maybe be, like, until, like, September or maybe October. Because then, you know, it's Christmas. But, no, it's until the 30th of March 2022. I wonder if they genuinely worried that people won't want to go because of the price. I know it's not wildly expensive. Like, it is slightly cheaper than people thought, but it's still expensive.
Yeah, because I know... Now, I haven't gone on and looked at prices of Art of Marvel at all, but I know Sandy that we had on last week, she went and had a look, and she was like, this is way cheaper than I thought it would be. Given the price that Hotel New York was before it closed, and the fact that they've done all this revamping. But I know there's been a lot of debate online. I suppose... price and value and all that kind of stuff, there's always some people that are going to think something is overpriced, and there's always going to be some people that are like, this actually isn't that bad. I don't know if we're just conditioned to accept Disney pricing, which we 1,000% are. But from what I've seen from a lot of people, like, we would know, a lot of people are pleasantly surprised at the pricing. It's not horrific.
Obviously, you have to withhold your opinions until you actually get to see it in person. But I genuinely would have hoped that this was the first proper hotel revamp since Disney took full ownership of Disneyland Paris. So I'm honestly hoping that it is up to standards of every other Disney hotel across the pond. So in America and like even like the hotels in in like Hong Kong and stuff, like they're still very well done. Do you know what I mean? And like the Disneyland Paris smell, like the room smell, like it's old, everything's a bit crippled, everything's like wallpaper's peeling off the wall kind of thing. So I'm genuinely hoping that they've taken it, stripped it, and made it feel like an actual Disney hotel.
Yeah, I agree.
And there was some photos from DLP report, just like simple things like the in-room coffee cups they're so cute. I'm like, how many of those are going to get stolen?
Literally, like I'm a fucker for robbing a glass in a place. Anyways, I very much, if I had a bag that night when we were in the Sequoia Lodge bar and you got that cool
the
pineapple tiki glass, I was like, Kate, take it, just bring it back to your room.
No, we were too close to the bar.
Those coffee cups are so nice.
They surely they know they're all going to get stolen. Then there's like this cool like backlit like lobby art. It's just an artist rendering of the like superhero station, but then it also like an inside picture of the restaurant, and it looks pretty nice. Like
she looks swanky as all hell.
It still has like the DLP feel of like get as many people in as possible, which is fine. I understand. Like I understand they have to do that. But, like, it looks nice. It looks clean. It looks fresh.
It does. It looks very swanky. Like it looks very Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I know that's literally the name of the restaurant, but it does look very New York.
So I was like pretty, like when I heard this was changed to a Marble Hotel, I was kind of like I love Marble, but I was like, will I be like that pushed to stay in it out of the gate? Or will I be pretty happy to just like wait a while, blah, blah. I want to stay there now. I'm excited. I would really like, I don't mind paying a little bit extra to be a guest that's in like the first year kind of thing. So yeah, that's DLP. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Absolutely. And I mean, is this coming up Millhouse? I don't know, but we've had some more visuals from the Cars Route 66 road trip. So on the Disneyland Paris website it says, rev your engine for Cars road trip, a reimagined attraction coming to Walt Disney Studios on the 17th of June 2021. So that will be open when they reopen. And snap a pic of stunning nature-made and Cars-made sites along the most legendary highway of the American Southwest. I still find it gas that they've taken out the term Route 66, but they're still very much alluding to the fact that it's Route 66.
Yeah, I know.
But anyways, so the unique cruise. So the first stop you're going to have is a nutty roadside attraction where you can snap a pic. And don't forget to wave to Lightning McQueen, Luigi and Guido at the world's largest lug nut. Then your second stop is the power show. There's nothing like a natural car wash in a flash flood for some extra shower power. See how a huge water tanker likes to shake up his cleaning routine in a car's catastrophe canyon. Like, so they're not drowning him. They're just kind of like, oh, he's having a wash.
But the fire's still there. There's videos of it online. Like, it's the same. It's the exact same thing.
Maybe that's
right?
how he dries himself.
But they've obviously given this guy a face, and he has these eyes, and they move side to side, and it's like he's like bopping around. Like, do you know when you eat after you've been really hungry and you like do a little dance? It's literally, it looks like that. He's like da 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 da, and I'm like, you're on fire. Like, this is ridiculous.
Literally. Yeah. And then the final stop is an artistic Mater piece. Mater is well known for his impressive junkyard creations. Today he's debuting his latest Mater piece. Can you guess what it is? Honk if you love this motor monument.
It's so sad. Like, if you were to be like, hey, it's literally, you know what? I just imagine Disneyland Paris and Disneyland California meeting for the first time, and Disneyland Paris being like, hey, I have a Cars attraction. Look at this. And Disneyland California being like, I have a Cars land.
Hold my earring.
Yeah, like, it's honestly, like, it's kind of embarrassing.
It's outrageous.
Like, it's going to be great. Like, it's going to be great for something that the kids can hop on. And kids that like cars can see all the characters. But, like, I also feel like, do that many kids still like Cars to that level? Like, are there still a lot of kids that are like, Lightning McQueen? Like, because there hasn't been a Cars movie in a while. And... yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
And then lastly, speaking of kids, Dream Factory at Studio D in Studios, which is the thing that's replacing the Disney Junior show, is going to be opening on July 1st. So it's also nice to see that they've basically been finishing all the shit that they needed to finish while the park was closed. Like, at least they're not opening and being like, hey,
absolutely,
all that shit that wasn't ready, still not ready.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like, at least they've, like, done stuff, which is good to see.
Very true. Very true. So, moving over stateside, shockingly enough, Kate, there's another foodie guide.
What?
On Disney Parks blog.
This one's actually pretty cool, though. This one's relevant, I promise.
This one excites me. So, as we said before, Avengers Campus at Disneyland Resort is opening on June 4th. Which is rapidly approaching. And so we've had some photos and descriptions of the food that is going to be available within Pym's test kitchen. And honestly, they all look pretty great. So there's some really cool breakfasts. We'll leave a link to this in the show notes. But like, you've got what they're calling a calculated breakfast, which is eggs two-way with bacon, crispy potato bites, and focaccia toast, which looks so nice. I also love that the egg is so teeny tiny on the bits of focaccia, which is obviously the whole premise of it.
Yeah.
There's a ever-expanding Cinnapim toast, which is baked pim particle bread and egg custard with cinnamon sugar topping, a fried egg, smoked bacon, and maple syrup. There's a lot of just real tasty looking things on this. And what I find interesting is that with the breakfasts, so it's Pim Test Kitchen featuring impossible foods. None of the breakfasts seem to have, I mean, there's one plant-based option, but there isn't even like impossible bacon that you can swap out with a lot of the other ones, which I would have expected. The fact that like impossible is like there as like we're part of it, I would have thought there'd be more than one variation available. But
considering they have like turkey bacon, for like the kids,
weird, right?
They would anyway. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a load of different pretzels and stuff. This giant ass pretzel, like I want it. I want it so bad. It's 453.8 grams, which I feel like all pretzels should be that way. I bloody love a pretzel. So there's a bunch of different snacks and whatnot. There's loads of lunch options, all of which look great.
My favourite thing is, I don't know what it's called. It's like the schnitzel sandwich. Oh, the not so little chicken sandwich. That is my favorite. Like that is my favorite thing. I love it so much. That makes me laugh every time I see a picture of it on Instagram. It is so hilarious. And what gets me is I can just imagine like moms coming to Disneyland who are like I'm not talking about annual pass holders or residents. I'm talking about people who have brought their family and they're like, what is this? And they're just like, what the hell? This is not a burger, and just not getting it. And that just makes me laugh on the inside. Yeah,
absolutely. There's loads of kids' meals as well. They come in these cute little trays where everything's separate. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
They're like little science trays that where you put like.
And there's like things. A little kids version of the ridiculous chicken sandwich as well, which is very cute. The cocktails, I have to say, I'm a big fan of. The cocktails sound delightful. There's one called the Experiment, which is tequila, Minute Maid lime juice, mango and habanero syrups with mango popping pearls. That sounds bloody delightful. Love the sound of that. There's also like a little thing you can get that comes with like mini pretzels and honey roasted peanuts, and I'm just like, yeah, give me all these things.
It comes in like a little specimen bag. I just love the theming.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The desserts look wild. The Terran treats.
Yeah, the purple thing.
That, I don't know what it is. Well, it says here what it is.
Crispy cream puff with whipped raspberry cheesecake and mousse.
It looks like that would 1,000% not only stain your mouth, it would stain your insides.
There's also, I didn't realise in this article, there's also talking about the shawarma palace, which is like the Easter egg where Tony Stark talks about the shawarma joint in the movies, and I was like, wow, go Disney.
Big fan. And then there's also a beer flight at the very end, which is pint-sized pints mini beer flight that comes on an oversized ruler, and it's just the cutest thing. I don't drink beer, but it's just the cutest looking thing.
Do you know those other things though? Like the Iron Man gauntlet? Like that is so unnecessary.
But how many people did we see in DLP with the Infinity Gauntlet?
Oh yeah, oh god, yeah, I actually completely forgot about that.
I think Nick has one of those, if I'm not mistaken.
And you can also get one of those enlarged Pingo Doce soda cans. Those things are huge.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're like big.
Like popcorn bucket?
Yeah, that's what
Oh, interesting.
I thought that was very fun as well. It just all looks very fun, pretty much.
Yeah. I love a whimsical food item. Now, I'm intrigued to see. So the one in California is sponsored by Impossible. Now, has, as I said, a very minimal actual vegetarian vegan options. There's one of each.
Yeah.
Seems a little bit lacking. But I'm like, is the one in DLP also going to be impossible? Is there actually going to be vegetarian options?
No.
Okay, don't burst my bubble.
They don't do vegetarianism in France.
I know. Makes me sad.
And then along with that, there was a product reveal for Avengers Campus. The only thing I'm going to talk about is the only thing that I find actually interesting. The rest is it just reminds me of everything that came with Avatar and Pandora and all that like crap. The one exciting thing that they've released is this electrodynamic web shooter. So what it feels like to me is the ones that you get in Harry Potter world.
Okay.
So you buy, but in a different way. It's like the same sort of gimmicky feel to it. So in Harry Potter world, you buy the wands and you can go to like the designated spots in the land and you flick your wand and you do the thingy and then something happens. But then these web shooters, so you buy them and then you can bring them into the Spider-Man ride with you. And they will alter how your gameplay is within the ride, depending on which shooter you have.
Yeah.
Like, what a brilliant idea. What an amazing way to make money. Like, it is purely, like, what a fantastic way to make money.
100%. It's. I don't think it's quite as genius as whoever came up with those fucking monthly plush collections, because I think that person is just pure genius. That person is just... well done. As a way to make money, great. Do I morally agree with you have to pay to get to experience these? I know you still get to experience the ride. I get that. But I don't know. There's something kind of grates on me, the fact that you have to pay an additional amount to get something more out of a ride. But that's the world we live in.
I know, yeah. I think it is kind of like, are you like the ultimate like Marvel fan? Well, then you're going to want to experience this ride in all 4 different ways. And it is kind of annoying because like they could have easily done it that it just depended what like vehicle you got in. And that would be like, oh, well, this is the Ghost Spider's vehicle and that's how you're going to play this one. Or this is the Iron Man vehicle and that's how you're going to play this one. And it would be like Russian roulette almost as to which character you got to play as. Instead of individually making these things that you had to buy. I also, there's no pricing on this list. And I didn't search hard enough to find if anyone actually knew the price. So when we know the price, I'll talk about the price. But, Jesus, how much do you think they're going to be?
I mean, we'll find out in like 2 weeks. Do
you think they're on the less or higher side of $50?
I would hope less, but I have a feeling more.
Yeah, like when you think about it, it's a piece of technology that works with the ride.
Because like the wands, now I didn't buy a wand in Universal, but I'm trying to think. I think the wands are in and around 30, 40. I could be completely wrong.
See, but it also depends what actual technology is in it, because the wands are just UV light.
Yeah.
Because you can... Have you ever seen that... Sorry, completely off topic. Have you ever seen that YouTube video of the guy who, like, makes his own, like, little UV stick and brings it to... Oh, there's this YouTube video of this guy, right? And so one of his friends buys one of the ones and they basically dissect it to look at what makes it hit off the UV thing. And it's basically tinfoil, pretty much. And so he makes his own one with, like, little reflector tips and tinfoil and lights. And then he just goes around with his little tinfoil and his little tinfoil and light thing and just does all the flings. And then everything happens. And he's like, wow.
Does all the flings.
You know what I mean?
No, I know. It's just, I loved it.
It was just such an interesting watch. I was like, wow, really breaking that down. So yeah, and also I'm excited. They must be pretty confident that these are going to work every time. Because if I bought one of these, went on the ride and it didn't do anything, I'd be like, excuse me, I'm after paying however much for this ghost shooter, because I'd be buying the ghost one, and then going on the queuing for however long you queue for the ride, getting on the ride, and that didn't work. I'd be like, bitch, give me my money back.
I would imagine, I mean, because they've had an exponentially long amount of time to test everything because Avengers Campus has been so delayed. So either they've had that length of time to check and see if they work, or they were like, shit me, we've been closed for a year. How the fuck are we going to make all this money back? Sure, let's make this.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, good point.
Don't know. I'd hate to be that cast member that has to have Karen come up and say, Billy's little web slinger didn't work on the ride. I want my money back, because you know it's going to happen.
Because the thing is as well, they don't do anything else. They own, like, the only thing they, like, okay, they look cool. But, like, once you bring them home, they don't do anything.
I mean, it's the same with the wands, though. They just sit there. But same with light.
Wands are cool.
Yeah, true.
But that's the other thing. Like, the wands are like, I see, again, it's like, if you grew up reading the books and Hermione Granger, like, you resonated with her, and then you, like, bought her wand, like, wow. But, like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, Iron Man's web shooter? Like, what?
Yeah, that sentence just makes no sense.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't
Iron Man don't web.
Yeah, like, it doesn't, sorry. Iron Man's is called the repulsor cannon.
Oh, of course.
Because what does he do but repel people? So yeah, that's it for Disneyland California.
Nice. Going over to Disney World. So we mentioned a couple of weeks ago that it was looking quite likely that the outdoor requirement for masks was gonna probably dissipate. So it's a state-by-state mandate. The states can kind of decide whatever they want. So in California, you are still required to wear a mask outdoors in the Disney parks. Florida's Florida. So naturally, the second he had a chance, the governor was like, fuck masks, and was like, nobody needs to wear them outside anymore. So it was kind of a bit, was it Friday that they announced it? There was loads of memes going around about like Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, and as to which one was going to pull the trigger about not needing masks first. So Universal actually got in there first, so you aren't required to wear masks in outdoor spaces in Universal, and then very shortly afterwards Disney followed suit as well. So if you're indoor queuing, if you are in a restaurant but not eating, if you're in a store or anything like that, you are required to wear a mask. But if you're just out and about bopping around Main Street, you are not required to wear a mask anymore, which I'm sure is making a lot of people quite happy. But
like
that doesn't.
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
Sorry, no, you go on. Sorry.
I was just going to say, that doesn't mean that you have to not wear a mask. If you would feel more comfortable wearing a mask, do so.
See, it's interesting because I feel like at this stage in America, anyone who wants to get vaccinated has been vaccinated.
Considering they're trying to get people to get vaccinated by being like, here's some free beer and lottery tickets.
Yeah, and like Disney are pushing a whole like, here, maybe you should get vaccinated. Like, here's the Muppets. Listen to the Muppets.
Literally.
You know your childhood favourite characters? They're vaccination.
Yeah.
So, in theory, I see where they're coming from. Because they're like, well, statistically, this much of our population is vaccinated. Therefore, you don't need to wear a mask, blah, blah, blah. But the problem is, there is still so many that aren't vaccinated.
Yeah.
And they'll be the first ones to not want to wear the mask.
Yeah. I don't know. Because I'm very torn about the whole thought. I mean, I ain't going to Florida anytime soon. But, like, there's, like, the part of me is like, oh my God, fuck wearing a face mask in that Florida heat.
Yeah.
I'd die. I'm far too pasty and Irish for that shit. But the other part of me is, oh shit, it's Florida of all places. Yeah. I'm like, oh, there's an awful lot of crackpots around. But I was listening to Disney Parks and Beyond, and Craig they were talking about it on, no, it wasn't Disney Parks and Beyond, it was that Universal podcast, and Craig was like, there is also that thing of masks are meant to protect other people, not necessarily you. So I don't know where I would sit about the whole thing, to be honest. But also, I'm not going anytime soon.
If you're fully vaccinated, the chances of you having COVID are pretty low. So why do you need to wear a mask to protect other people? But then also, like, other people,
oh, it's a whole thing.
And then speaking of going to Walt Disney World, on their Facebook page, of all places, Walt Disney World announced their 50th anniversary package exclusive to UK and Ireland guests. Celebrate the world's most magical celebration at Walt Disney World Resort in Florida with our new 50th anniversary package. The special package is for stays in 2022 and bookings open Thursday 20th of May, which as of recording is tomorrow. Valid for select arrivals from the 1st of January to the 18th of December 2022. So basically the entire year except height Christmas. When you book a 5-night stay or more with a park ticket at one of our participating Disney resort hotels, you can enjoy, up to $950 in Disney dining credit. So what that it actually is, so if you stay in a, what are they called? Value resort, it's like $34 per room per day. Then if you stay at a moderate, it's like $50-something per room per day. And then if you stay in a deluxe, it's $68 or whatever makes $950 per room per day, regardless of how many guests are in the room.
Yeah. So like if me and you were there and we were staying in a value, because let's call a spade, we'd be staying in a value. Yeah. That's one quick service meal each a day. Which
personally, for 2 people, I don't feel that bad about. I'm like, I could make that my main meal pretty much for the day. Yeah. And then I'd only really be eating snacks, which I'm kind of fine with. Like, it's better than nothing, personally.
True.
But at the same time, Disney are very much stuck with this. What they've basically wedged themselves into a hole of, for years they've been offering UK and Ireland guests free dining and free nights.
Yep.
Because they genuinely, I think they understand how much of a monumental task it is to come from this side of the world to Florida, and they want to make it as enticing as possible. And so they're like, free dining, free credits, free nights when you stay over 14 nights and all this sort of stuff. Which they've now dwindled down to $32 credit per day per room. I do think it's a bit bad that they didn't do it per person. I feel like even if they'd have done something like this per person, which still equated to one quick service meal a day, like that's all you got, but at least everyone in the room got it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that would have won them a lot more clout for it, because realistically, whenever they had free dining, if you stayed in a value, what you actually got was free breakfast. You didn't get a dining plan, because I remember even when I went in 2015, we were staying in All-Star Movies, and the free dining that was included in our stay was breakfast. That was it. But we could pay the additional top up to get the quick service dining plan, which was what we ended up doing. Now it was a fairly nominal amount realistically, but so I suppose if you're just going as 2 people, you're actually probably getting a better deal than you were beforehand, because the breakfasts never would have cost $16. So you're probably actually kind of gaining on this offer. But if you're going as a family, that's not the case.
Yeah. Then there's also their typical 14-day ticket for the price of 7, which is a con in itself, because that never really makes any sense. You do get the $200 spending money, which...
Okay, cool.
Like, well, it's $100 each. Like, that's a Spirit jersey and some pins. A free memory maker with $199, but again, like, who doesn't go to Disney and gets memory maker? And then also, at the end, plus you'll get an extra special something when you book direct with Disney. And I know this isn't it, but in the back of my head, all I have is that they'll give you free transfers from the airport to the hotel, and they'll stick you on a Magical Express. That doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder what it is.
The back of my head, that's what the extra something special is. Is they're like, surprise! We're keeping the Magical Express.
God, imagine. I'd say it's like pins or something.
Yeah, I think it's something stupid. It's something tiny, like
a pin or a plush or something like that.
Something probably not worth it.
Yeah.
So you have to book by the 3rd of August 2021 to benefit from this special package. We'd love for you to come and be part of the Walt Disney World Anniversary celebrations that officially starts on 1st of October.
fun.
Not gonna lie, me and Ed are quite enticed by this because we want to go to Disney World.
No, fair.
And I know it's nowhere near as good as what packages have been previously, but it's good enough for us, if you know what I mean. So I'll definitely be having a look tomorrow when it comes out to see what the crack is. Like, what is it actually going to be?
Should this be next week's episode?
What? Me talking about this?
Yeah, like, we did dream planning, but maybe we can do actual planning.
Ooh, maybe. I'm definitely going to have a look. I'm actually off tomorrow, so I'm definitely going to have a look when it opens. To see, because like it's still like we still don't know actually like how much the hotel rooms are going to be and stuff, and what's actually available. Like none of that is mentioned here, so I'm gonna go have a look, see how much a value resort would be, try and maybe guess what flights would be, because honestly, who knows what flights, like as people start flying again, will flight prices go down again? Like who knows? Like, do you know what I mean? Everything's just so up in the air, but yeah, I'll definitely be having a look. And we'd like, even though there's a high probability that we could probably go to Disneyland Paris this year, because by the looks of it, we'll both be fully vaccinated, and if Ireland lift the rule that if you're fully vaccinated you don't have to quarantine, then we could easily go to Disneyland Paris this year. But if we could afford to go to Disney World next year, I'd obviously happily not go to Disneyland Paris this year.
No, especially because neither of you will have like annual passes or anything like that, so it just would make more sense
like
to wait.
I'm happy to skip it kind of thing. So yeah, I will report back.
Sweet. Excellent. And our final topic around Disney World relates to my favourite topic to ever discuss on the podcast, which is Halloween. So, although I have to say, I don't know how I'm feeling about this. So, normally, Magic Kingdom, every August to October, does Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which I fucking adore. This year, and I'm hoping it's only this year, because I don't think I could cope with them getting rid of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So this year they have a new themed Disney After Hours event called the Boo Bash, which I hate the name. I hate the name of it so much. So they announced it at the halfway to Halloween, which I don't know when that became a thing, but it really did this year.
Yeah, I think they were like, let's do something, anything, literally anything. We need something to talk about.
But it wasn't even just Disney. I feel like loads of brands did lots of halfway to Halloween. Now, don't get me wrong. I bought a rake load of stuff because that's just the way I am. But I was like, this is new. But anyways, so Disney After Hours Boo Bash will take place on select nights starting August 10th. So Halloween this year starts on August 10th, because I always take it as the start of it starts in Magic Kingdom, until October 31st from 9 p.m. to midnight. Spooky festivities will include Halloween-themed cavalcades, character sightings throughout the park, special performances by the bays that are the Cadaver Dans, decor, lighting, music, treat stops with plenty of candy, and so much more. So they haven't specifically said in this if this is fully replacing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I'm hoping it's not, and I'm hoping they're just giving this a different name for this year, because if they were to call it Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, there are certain expectations that people have along with that. So I assume this is, and I'm hoping this is just for this year. So tickets will give you admission into Magic Kingdom as early as 7 p.m. without the need for a day ticket into the park or a theme park reservation. Guests can dress up. Kids under the age of 14 cannot wear like costume masks. No, sorry. If you're under 14, you can wear a costume mask, but if you're older than 14, you cannot. Yeah. I got myself confused. There will be more than 20 classic attractions open during it, including Haunted Mansion and Space Mountain, and also Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So tickets are going on sale later this month. That was about as vague as they've been, and I haven't seen them go on sale yet, but they should be on sale soon enough.
I mean, we're nearly running out of the month, so
I know, it's already the 19th. So yeah, feedback from a lot of people is that it's very fucking late, because it only starts at 9, which I get if you have little ones. Yeah. Something that only starts at 9 ain't good.
Yeah. But I wonder again, is that kind of like, we don't want children there? Like,
yeah, potentially.
We just want adults who will just do what they're told and just give us their money.
Yeah. And hilariously, all of the comments on this are either people saying, this is so late, I can't bring my child. And then people asking if they will get a military and or annual pass discount. That's like, all of the comments are those two things. So, yeah. This'll be interesting. I really, really do hope this is not fully replacing.
I assume it is, because like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is like an institution. Like, yeah. I feel like it's something that they would never get rid of. Like, really.
Yeah.
But I do think there's too many things. Like, we saw it last year. Like, there's too many things involved in Mickey's Not So Scary that aren't COVID friendly. And I think it would be, like, even though America is absolutely striving with their vaccination process, they will, in the next couple of months, they will start to be welcoming more foreign guests again. Like, international guests, I should say, not foreign. And, like, travel will have heightened. And, you know, COVID's still going to be around. COVID's not disappearing. And we still need to keep it under control to a certain... And I just think it would be wildly unresponsible of them to be like, here, let's everyone touch all the candy. And let's everyone queue up for this massive parade. And everyone, like, lick each other's backs of your heads watching the show. Like, do you know what I mean?
Love it.
So I do think it is just a lot easier for them to be like, this is the Boo Bash, okay? It doesn't have all the other things. So it's not Mickey's Not So Scary. It is something completely new, especially for now.
No,
Please don't
fair.
shout at us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Then last bit of news is we might as well stick talking about the cruise lines, considering they're also happening. On the Disney Wish, there will be a Toy Story Splash Zone, which is the first of its kind to be on a cruise ship. It's basically like a wet playground, which is it's pretty cool. It's got like these they're Toy Story characters, but they look like the Playmobil people. And it's just, it looks like so much fun. Like, if I was 4 years old, I'd be like,
absolutely.
fuck yeah.
It looks great.
So, inspired by the Disney Pixar short Partysaurus Rex, this bathtub-themed splash zone will combine the Old West of Woody's Roundup and the intergalactic world of Buzz Lightyear, featuring 2 toddler-sized slides and pop jets, geysers, and bubblers galore. To complete the splish-splashing antics, everyone in the family will enjoy a trip down Slidosaurus Rex.
Oh, love it.
A double looping water slide that sends guests plunging down the drain with the rest of the toys when the metaphorical bathtub overflows. Thank you for telling us it's metaphorical, guys. I would have never realised that.
Honestly.
Other features of this playful pool district will include Trixie's Falls, a 6-inch deep wading pool with a small fountain and waterfall, and Wheezy's Freezies, a smoothie bar serving up refreshing fruit blends for the perfect cool down treat. Wheezy's Freezies!
That name is excellent. Well done, Imagineering.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, so I heard you used to work on a cruise ship. Where did you work? Oh, you know, Wheezy's Freezies.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed.
Oh god. That's everything for the news, guys. That's it.
Yeah. So, we decided to do an oldie but a goldie. We each picked five merch things that we are vaguely interested in that are available currently. We haven't done one of these in a while. It's been. I feel like we haven't done one of these since like Christmas. We probably have. Someone will tell me.
I can't.
But still,
I can't remember that. I feel like the last one was Christmas.
Yeah.
Because remember we did Halloween and then we did Christmas.
Yeah. So now we're doing summer. Although, well, 2 of mine are vaguely summery. I feel maybe. Do you want to go first or will I go first?
You can go first.
Okay. I shall share my screen. So, starting out with Hot Topic, there's these real cute little like play suity thing. So it's the
nice.
Disney, the Sensational Six, Tylen and Shortalls. I don't know when short-alls became a...
Like, I know what it is, but like...
Short overalls, I hate it. I hate the term. But basically, it's kind of like those all-over print t-shirts, but just in, like, dungarees. And I'm a big fan. And it's hella cute. Currently, Hot Topic have a 30% offer on. I do have an issue with Hot Topic because they used to ship over here and now they won't, because I have tried to order from them before and they're just like, nope, won't work with the Dress Pal, won't work just directly getting it shipped here. They're a pain in the arse. But anyways, so they're normally $44.90. At the minute they are $31.43, which is a really stressful price and I hate it.
I don't like how she's wearing it in that picture. That's stressing me out. That she doesn't have a top on.
Yeah, it needs a
t-shirt.
t-shirt.
Like,
it needs a t-shirt. Hilariously, though, they have the plus size model
with a
t-shirt on underneath. Now, I will say, I had a look at their sizing and they go from a UK equivalent of, I think, a 6 up to a UK 26. So their sizing is good. Mm-hmm. So, well done, Hot Topic. But yeah, it looks so much cuter with the top on.
Absolutely. That she looked like she was like getting ready to flash someone or something. That was unpleasant to look at.
But these would be so cute in the park. And they're also the more kind of vintagey style version of the characters, which is V cute. So I'm a big fan of these. Although I have to say, it irks me that their plus size ones are slightly more expensive. I hate when places do that.
It's more fabric, Sinead. What you gonna do?
Fucking pisses me off. But anyways, so sticking on the clothing theme, my bays at Cakeworthy have brought out this real cute Max Goof shirt.
Yeah, it's very cute.
It's like a Hawaiian-y style shirt. It has Max written all over it. It has little versions of Max. Some with the skateboards, some not. Big fan of these like tacky shirts. It's $49.95. You can get it on Cakeworthy. I think Truffle Shuffle might have it as well. I'm pretty sure, but I think it's about the £50 mark. So at this stage, if you're ordering from the UK or if you're ordering from the US, it's much of a muchness.
It's all the same. It's all shite.
And taxes are actually probably going to be higher from the UK, because I got a really unfortunate phone call from UPS being like, hey, we didn't charge you tax for something from the UK, and it was horrific. Oh my god, it was awful. So,
did you already have the stuff?
I already had the stuff.
I'd simply not pay. What are they going to do? Repossess it?
Well, true. I mean, they could have. I've not worn the thing yet, but still. And then my last three things are all from Shop Disney US. I didn't even look at Shop Disney EU because that's tragic. So the first thing is this really cool. Now, it's a whole collection of pins, but I've specifically picked out this one. So we're rapidly We're actually approaching June. Jesus Christ. Pride Month. And they've brought out a whole collection of pins to go along with Pride. I've specifically picked out the trans one, but they have them for like the lesbian Pride flag. They have the Pride flag that also has brown and black on it as well. They have the bisexual Pride flag that, like, they have a vast spectrum of flags that would fit into the Pride spectrum. And I just love that this is something that is widely available on Disney. I think it is absolutely fantastic. So, big fan of this. It's just a Mickey Mouse head that has the trans flag on it.
I always have appreciated with Disney how they've never shied away from Pride. They've always been like, yeah, no, let's go.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to when the Pride events can come back to DLP as well, because I would really like to go to one because they look so fun. Big fan. The pin is $9.99. My second last thing is really weird.
Oh, this is cute. Right? Just that's expensive though.
Right. So it's a collection of chopping boards. I love a good chopping board. So it's a collection of chopping boards. There's a Mickey Mouse one that's red, Minnie's yellow, Donald's blue, and Goofy is orange. And they're just really cute. They have a real cute stand. It's $35 for four chopping boards.
That's it's crazy.
It does say, though, enjoy a slice of the good life when you use your Mickey and Friends chopping board. Which I'm a big fan. Jesus. Although they call them a cutting board, which, I don't know, that irks me. They are very cute, though, and I like the idea of having, like, pretty little chopping boards. Don't know why. But anyways, and then the last thing is another pin, which, obviously, I had to pick this. So it's the Thalia Flare pin. So it's one of the muses from Hercules. On one of the vases, and it says, honey, you mean Huncules. And I'm obsessed with this pin, and I would greatly enjoy it.
These kind of pins annoy me coming from Disney because
they look shit.
But also, they're the kind of pins that independent places have been doing because Disney wouldn't do things that were a bit out of the norm. And Disney are like, oh shit, people are buying those. I guess we'll make them so we can take the money instead.
Yeah, the detail on the pin, like they've got a real up close picture of it, and the detail in it isn't great.
No, it's really not.
I have to say. This is also $9.99, but it's so rare that there's decent Hercules things that I couldn't not.
Yeah, no, it's cute.
So, yeah.
But it does, like, sometimes it makes me wonder with Shop Disney, like, that picture is terrible. Like, that pin is dirty. Like, they didn't clean it. Like, you can see
there's scratches on it.
Yeah, there's scratches and dirt on it. Like, it makes me think sometimes. I'm like, oh, okay. Whatever.
Yeah. So them's is my 5. So I'll stop sharing.
Excellent.
And you can let me know yours.
I'm going to move this over here. Oh, no. Okay. You, microphone, stay on while I'm not looking at you.
That would be helpful.
Share screen. Share this screen. Share screen.
I'm excited.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to put my Audacity back up. Here we go. And I can make sure that I'm still recording. So, my first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these two are both, these are one thing. They're both the same thing. Okay. So, they, on shopdisney.eu, they've started doing these Disney bag charms. Which, again, definitely really flimsy and not worth €15 in any way, but I still think they're pretty cute. So they're basically like keychains, except they've got little hooks on them, so you can hook them to your bag. This one is like the old vintage Disney logo in like rainbow waterfall kind of thing. I just thought it was really cute. I really like this.
You have a t-shirt that looks like that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, the Disneyland Paris one. I just really like this design, this kind of vibe. I really like it. And they're €15, which I think is too expensive. And then there's also a Max Goof one, where he looks
cute.
like Caroline. And for some reason, I would pay €15 for this one, but I wouldn't pay €15 for the Disney one.
I love Max. I love that we both picked a Max Goof item. I feel like he doesn't get enough love.
Yeah, it's very cute. The item. Max Goof strikes a pose on this bold bag charm! Exclamation point. Wow, guys, well done. Yes, they're both €15. They're both from Shop Disney EU. So you could buy those if you lived in Ireland. Isn't that mad?
A novel idea.
That's wild. Then over on shopdisney.com, because obviously I had to pick a Spirit jersey, and this is the only place that sells them. This yellow, again, the exact same style as the t-shirt that I own and the bag charm that I just showed. It's yellow with like the vintage style with the D in the rainbow, but then also on the back, they start on the arms with the Disneyland.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, me either. I feel like I'd have to see it on.
Disneyland.
Yeah, but I wonder when it's on, does it look okay? Because obviously you're filling it out. So like, you'd be able to see it. But the fact that every single size is available makes me feel like it doesn't look good on.
I mean, it has 2 reviews and 5 stars.
Oh, true, actually. Something about the yellow made it the inevitable on me purchasing. However, the shipping it came in was in a bag that the bag was punctured through delivery and the jersey had a few stain marks. Oh, well, that's got nothing.
Gave it 5 stars?
That's got nothing to do with the jersey, though. This is my 5th Spirit jersey. Love the colour. Runs big, so order a size smaller unless you want it oversized. So it's got absolutely nothing about the font. But people like it, apparently. So that is $69.99 from shopdisney.com. And then I also went to Cakeworthy and I picked this DuckTales all over print t-shirt because
so cute.
It screamed me.
Yes, it really does.
It is literally ducks everywhere. It's screaming ducks. So it's got Huey, Dewey and Louie and Scrooge McDuck all over it. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. Live out all your 90s television dreams with our latest tee. This t-shirt is guaranteed to give you all the nostalgic vibes with its comfortable fit and bold colours. $29.95. Go on.
I love their all over print. I don't own any of them. I own a lot of stuff from Cakeworthy, but I've never committed to one of their all over print t-shirts, but I think they're super cute.
I think you just have to style them right.
Yeah.
Because there's a picture of a girl here and she has it tucked into her jeans and it's like, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's cute.
That's perfect. That's all you need. But then like it literally like the thing is with all over print though is that if you're wearing it, that is your outfit. Everything else has to be.
Oh yeah, no.
Everything else has to be the most bland, boring thing ever.
Agreed.
This
Otherwise
is it,
it's too much.
and only it. So again, $29.95 from Cakeworthy dollars, and goes up to a 4XL, which is happy days. I'd be interested to see what they feel like. I wonder, are they soft or are they like? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if they feel like they're printed on.
Yeah, or is it like properly like lasered on? Do you get me?
Yeah.
But for $30, I would hope it's soft. It looks soft.
Anything else I've ever gotten from Cakeworthy, including like my pajamas, would kind of be similar-ish, and they're very soft. So,
I mean, I won't be buying it to find out, but anyway. Then obviously I went to Lego also, and I don't know how new this is. Oh no, it says new, so it must be Winnie the Pooh Lego.
Oh, that's cute.
Now, right, okay. So I have some. So it's an ideas. So someone came up with this, and it was voted on, and here it is now. Look, like this is adorable, right? So it's Pooh's house, and you get Piglet, Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, Rabbit, a little 100-acre wood sign. It's all very cute, but it's tiny. Like it is so small. Like that thing would the whole set would probably take me about half an hour to build.
Right.
And it's €100.
That's very expensive.
Like that's quite expensive. Like it's only 1,265 pieces. That's not a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for €100, like I understand that it's an ideas and like like it opens up so you can have the inside, cute. But at this like,
yeah, it's pricey though.
Yeah, like do you know what I mean? So that this really like I would love this. Like I would, but not for €100.
Yeah,
no way.
I agree.
But I do think it's absolutely adorable. And then my last one is not specifically this one, but just this range. Recently, Adidas and Stan Smith collaborated with Pixar and Disney and came out with a bunch of cool Adidas shoes that are like actual adult Disney shoes that aren't all like mellow. They are like I like Disney. So there's a Rex shoe, which looks like all of Rex, and so on the tongue there's Stan Smith, and there's Rex.
I do love Rex.
Then there's also Mike Wazowski one.
Oh, cute!
Where he's looking all cool.
I like it. Looks like he's swinging from the laces.
Yeah.
Big fan.
And there's also a Kermit the Frog one, which I think was the most popular.
Like, I feel like one of the dads was buying them.
Look at him! And there was also a Wally one, which is sold out, which was very muted.
He's cute.
So muted. Like, isn't that fantastic? And
he's so cute.
There was a muted Kermit one as well, which I'm not going to be able to find. Oh, look, there's a Groot one. I've never seen that one.
Oh, I like that it has a little cork bottom. That's cute.
And there was another Kermit one that was just all white and just had a tiny bit of Kermit on it. But yeah, these bad boys range from €100 to €120, which is pretty standard for Adidas crossovers. Yeah, I just thought they were pretty cool. And
I don't know if I've ever owned a pair of Adidas shoes.
I only recently started wearing Adidas. I don't really know why. I bought a pair of white shoes, and they had their like girl collection on sale because obviously no one wanted it, and I got a pair really cheap for like 20 something euro, and they were really comfy. And then the other day I actually bought a pair of Gazelles in like mustard orange kind of.
Oh, nice.
And they're just really nice shoes. Like I personally also would have never thought to buy Adidas shoes, but they're actually quite nice.
Interesting. I feel like I've been so committed to Vans and Converse.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to branch out a bit.
Because the thing is, like, they do offer like this sounds so stupid, but they do offer like nice support because they're trained, like they're actual trainers. Like,
Yeah.
Converse and Vans are not trainers. They are fashion shoes. Like, but Adidas are like actual trainers. Like, they come from like running shoes. So, but they are also stylish, which I get exactly what you're saying. I just never really thought of it until you buy one pair and you're like, huh, interesting.
I need many more.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's cool. I like it.
So yeah, they're my things that I would like to buy but will not be buying.
I like the fact that we do this. It amuses me every time. Sandy messaged me earlier and was like, "What's this week's topic?" And I was like, "Crap that me and Kate like but won't buy." And she was like, "I love those episodes." I was like, "Good, I'm glad."
Yeah, good. Yeah, because they're fun to do and don't require a lot of research.
They're very easy. We can go dream shopping.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week, guys. If you want to hit us up on Instagram, it's at Make You Waffles Pod. Please drop us a DM. We always love to see them. And we even replied to someone this week about something special. Hush, hush, wink, wink. You know who you are. Again, that's at Make You Waffles Pod on Instagram, and then we also have a Twitter. It's at Make You Waffle Pod. The exact same handle, sans the S.
I check it occasionally.
Yeah, well.
And if you're listening to us on an Apple device, or if your podcast app of choice lets you leave a review, please do so. That would be rather lovely. And let us know what you think. Let us know what your random Disney things that you're vaguely thinking of buying or would vaguely consider if money was no object. Let us know.
Yeah.
Big fans.
We all also, are you planning on going to DLP? Are you planning on going to Walt Disney World?
Oh yes.
Do you have actually like genuine, like I'm really trying to go? Because if so, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Absolutely. But other than that, stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is part of the After Dark Podcast Network.